coming up.
Want to make a run back up there and do it again. That's what we did last time.
And Chris,
You want to sail down? Let's ease.
stop.
Can we go down?
The sight of Sorcery brings several thoughts to mind: size, beauty, power, muscle, speed, grace, and style. It's 80,000 pounds of maxi boat, built to compete and win anywhere in the world. But Swiftsure is a unique race, and the competition is tough. Jake Wood owns the boat. He brought it up from California. For this race, though, he relied heavily on crack Northwest sailors like Bob Cadronell at the helm and Kim Fresnel on tactics and navigation.
105.
What's this this boat here?
Picket boat, starting zone.
We got to get past these guys. What's this boat here?
Skill and boat size helped Sorcery move to the head of the fleet in the first few miles of the 140-mile race.
Let's get some binoculars and look at those boats.
Yeah, the hell with that.
That guy's
for the wind.
They're limp dick in there anyway.
So the wind is southeasterlies.
That's outside, Bobby.
Yeah, there's a hole in between.
Yeah, but there's a hole there.
We're going to have a transition up here of some sort.
Slip down in here.
Run Patrick up in the mast.
We got more current coming. That's going to give us less apparent wind.
Let's think about the 3/4.
You see from here, you can't really tell. But I don't think there's any much sense in going up into this area up in here.
Right.
Right now. I mean, the current is just as good here as it is up there.
Yeah, we got to go through a transition here if it's blowing 40 outside.
If it's blowing outside
30
someplace,
or whatever.
it's going to trap us.
And yeah, an equalizer.
Yeah, and so this into that, and this into that.
Let's get the heavy off there.
So you don't want to...
Can we get rid of the heavy?
Let's get the heavy down below.
Heavy can go below. Okay.
Watch it.
Heads, please.
Next thing there.
Right number 1, Genoa.
Holy guys,
Scotch knife. Who's got a knife on it?
here, sack it off, sack it off, sack it down a bit. Sack it down.
A knife off.
It's all right. Look, let's take up the slack. Here you go. Make it free.
Okay.
Hey, go. Okay, let's go. Hey, don't put... Fred, for attack over there. Okay, set up for attack. Set up for attack.
Call me the halyard.
got to stay in this current.
Stop!
Race rock. Race rock in the Salinas Islands.
Does she answer the helms? Have a boat down in the water, no motor. Well, you're all right at this angle.
I'm sailing too close?
Well, it's just a sail, doesn't sail, folks. It doesn't work well.
Okay, yeah, we want all the drive we can get, you're right. If the westerly is filling in, we'll start out no matter what, even though if it looks terrible out there. You know, and we'll start out there, the westerly will hit, we'll be on the right side. Here we go. Coming down on green. Let's go. Green is holding you up. Green holding you up. Grab green, give it a pull. Ease him down. Here it comes. Here.
You know what it is? I think you hold on. Is he coming down? Yeah. Oh, good.
Three boats crept by Sorcery before wind began to fill in across the strait. For nearly 40 miles, Sorcery chased the 68-foot Prima, Allure, a 50-foot Santa Cruz, and Meridian, the fast 70-footer out of Seattle. It's during such a chase that the power of a maxi boat becomes apparent, as well as the muscle needed to sail it.
Big trim.
Even the lightweight spinnaker requires 4 grinders to control sail tension.
Too much fun. Can't have that.
With all this working together, Sorcery closed on the other boats and eventually sailed by. Sailing experience is at least as impressive as the hardware.
Maybe 20 degrees down. It looks clean. It looks so clean. I don't know. I'm not worried about this course. I'm not.
We get bear off now.
But if it gets light, all of a sudden
We got to jive immediately, and then take their gas going back the other way.
Time and again, the people calling the shots were right on, sniffing out the wind and getting the right sails up just in time for the wind change.
Well, it tells me if he's ahead or behind, if he's gaining or losing speed.
And
Relative to us.
Yeah. How's he doing?
Right now, he's doing a little better than we are.
Get that pull down so he can blow it. Hurry up! Get the pull down.
It's said that anyone can change a sail and look good at the dock or in light air. It takes good sailors to do it in 15-foot seas and winds in excess of 30 knots, and that is just what they got off Cape Flattery.
Get that pull down so he can blow it. Hurry up! Get the pull down.
The wind is switching more southwest than southeast.
It was good seamanship and a good heavy boat that helped stretch the lead in rough conditions around the marked ship 40 minutes ahead of Meridian.
Look out. There we go. Big one! Big head one!
The pin, you know, I'll start swinging.
Maybe he's got weight shooting past that.
Oh, yeah, all it does is sit like me, but you know.
You're going to get a little more air, too, up there.
28 degrees.
All right.
28, it's 9.
I think we're doing just fine.
Wind
The wind blew and it rained all night. Not the most pleasant Swiftsure by any means.
30 degrees.
Okay, I'm going to come up just a shade.
9.23.
Coming up just a little.
By morning, Sorcery had stretched the lead to 3 hours. As always, there's a desire to beat the 20.5-hour record for Swiftsure, but all too often there's a wind shadow over the final stretch. The ripples that indicate wind on the water were absent. But Sorcery's 115-foot mast was high enough to find wind above the water. First to finish, first in division, and first overall. There are probably only a half dozen or so boats like Sorcery in the world. Is it now one of the best?
Boats come and boats go. Today, this is a good boat.